So I would like to introduce to you someone who is really extraordinary, and she is going to be the interviewer. Please help me welcome Pat Mitchell. In short, Ted is an extraordinary man. I'm so fortunate to have the honor to introduce him tonight, and I think everyone here should know that we wanted him to come to our day, and he has a very busy schedule, and so we are most fortunate to have him here tonight. Please welcome Ted Turner.
That was a pretty good introduction, don't you think? Two women saying the best thing they could ever do would be to work with you, which is true, by the way. It's the absolute best job I had, and I know that Sally and everyone else who's had the chance to work with you agrees. And I get the chance to share some of the great, wonderful things I know about Ted and admire about Ted as a boss, as a friend, and as a co-grandparent, by the way. Our son is married to his daughter. So we have three perfect grandchildren, of course. So Ted, you, in a couple of months, are going to be 70 years old. It's kind of hard to believe, especially since you seem to get younger every year. So what are you doing the rest of us should be doing? What are you doing to keep looking younger and better every year?
Well, I work out, and I work out regularly, and I keep the weight off, and just try to eat healthy foods and spend as much time as I can afford to out in the wilds where the air's not as polluted as it is in the cities. But I go in the city a lot, and I have to, and I don't mind, but it's healthier out in the country.
Well, one of the things I know that keeps you younger and healthier is that you have great passion about the things you care about. You're very disciplined, and you have a priority list. What are your priorities now?
Well, the first thing I'd like to see done, and we've suffered a significant setback with this situation in Georgia and Russia, but I'd like to see humanity get rid of nuclear weapons while there's still time. And then, secondly, and these are tied together, we need to, we're never going to get a handle on global warming if we don't stabilize the human population. So we've got to get serious about family planning. And we have to take much better care of our planet. It's the only one we have, and we just can't destroy it the way we're doing now. We have to walk with a lighter footprint, and particularly move away from fossil fuels quickly and preserve the rainforest and that of the natural world that's left.
And you know, making sure that people know about these problems as well as using that awareness to take action has been a very big part of all your work. In the 80s and the 90s, you produced environmental documentaries when no one else was really doing it. You used your television channels to get the message out. Now you use your resources in every possible way. And it seems that more people know, are engaged, and are active. What is your assessment of where we are now?
Where our backs, humanity's back is up against the wall. If we don't do the right things, I used to say in the next 50 years, but we don't have 50 years. I think we've got to move away from fossil fuels during the next 10 years. It's going to be a big job. It's going to be, the challenges that we face are so daunting that I remember the first president of the Turner Foundation would come in and he'd say, the situation is hopeless, but I could be wrong. And you know, it's not hopeless. And Captain Cousteau told me when I was kind of dejected when we were down in the Amazon filming a program together. I told him, I said, Captain, I just don't think we're going to make it. And he said, Ted, even if we knew for sure that we weren't going to make it, which we don't know for sure, what else could people of good conscience do but still every day fight as hard as they could to save humanity and save the world? I said, we cannot allow ourselves to get dejected or down. We have to stay up. If we give up, then there's no hope at all. We've got to keep fighting and fight even harder because the situation is so critical. But I wouldn't be fighting as hard as I am if I didn't think that we had a chance of winning. But it's going to be just coming up with an agreement from the 191 nations in the world of what to do to solve the global climate change problem, how we're going to divide up the responsibility for getting rid of fossil fuels is going to be the most complicated and difficult challenge we've ever had. And the way things are going right now, it's going to be very hard to do. We're going to have to cooperate with each other, all the people of the world, and we've got to put war behind us. It's too wasteful. It doesn't accomplish anything except. Imagine having somebody bomb Aspen. You know, I mean, that all these expensive houses that are so difficult to build, and this wonderful theater. I mean, can you imagine seeing it in ruins after somebody? It's just too hard to build things today, and too expensive to go in the next day and bomb them. You know, it's just time to stop bombing each other. You know,
Well,
it's just that's something that intelligent, civilized, educated human beings don't do.
And yet we just keep doing it.
What we've got to start doing is the same thing I tried to tell the Time Warner board before I resigned and discussed a few years ago, is what we've got to do is stop doing the dumb things and start doing the smart things.
Yeah,
You know, we got to quit making dumb deals and make smart deals, and then the stock will go up.
Well, as a stockholder, I hope you're giving them a little advice these days.
I finally just got out.
Yeah, but you know what you haven't gotten out of, Ted, and you've never stopped for 1 minute in all the 20-plus years I've known you. You keep on this message, and then you keep putting your money behind the message. And a lot
So does Lester Brown, and he's out there somewhere in the dark.
Yeah, he sure is.
Lester's one of my heroes.
And if Lester were sitting right here, he'd be the first to say you are
Well,
one of his heroes.
we work together on a lot of
because
things.
you supported him all those years,
That's
Ted.
true, but he supported me too.
Ted gives out the book, Lester Brown's book, to everyone, all the members of Congress, all the CEOs.
All the presidents of every country in the world.
There you go.
All
You
the
see.
college presidents,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.